Hey everyone, Regina McHale on Quora asks, what is the greatest challenge one could face working as a marketer online? That's a really juicy question because there are challenges every which way. In fact, I would say the fact that it's work uh, connotates for me that you are actually up to solving challenges big and small. The first thought that comes to mind is defining your strategy. I think all too often marketers, small business owners, entrepreneurs, they see that they can log into Facebook and post content, or they know that they can run ads on any one of the major social platforms, and they say, okay, cool. Now I'm going to create a product and then I'm going to run ads. What these business owners quickly find is that running the ability to run ads is an ends to a mean. It's a means to an end, I should say. It's the thing you do when you know who you want to reach, when you know the right message to reach them with, and when you know what you want them to do when they see your ads or your content. And all of that, knowing that information, along with knowing your customers' motivations, their persona, their profile, their financial situation, their demographics, where they go in the physical world, what they buy at the store, what they're searching for online, all of that is part of your strategy. Like, you got to know what you want the customer to do, who your customer is, when they see the ads or the content that you post. So I think the biggest challenge is getting a smaller mid-sized marketer to define a strategy so that their strategy dictates where they should be going. The next step is, for lack of a better term, stick-to-itiveness. Like, don't quit. You might be one step away from unlocking that exponential growth. And I think once you have your strategy, the next question is, what do I need to do to make the business work? And to make the business work, you've got to stick to it. And the way you stick to it is by testing. I had a really interesting call yesterday with someone in Australia who has formal education, has a master's in marketing, and wanted to do something like marketing research for a diner. And I said, you could do marketing research, but a diner doesn't need marketing research. What they need is much more real-time feedback and research from the marketplace. Meaning, you don't need to spend 6 months to do a study on what your customers want. What's much more palatable for business owners and senior executives, along with just the nature of marketing in 2019 and going into 2020, is that ads and social content tells you through engagement, clicks, click-through rate, lead generation, and sales what works and what doesn't. You don't need to research. What you need to do is identify in the real world which out of 1,000 creative executions or 1,000 posts, which ones are driving the most engagement or sales for the business. That's the feedback that you need from the marketplace. So setting up a testing framework, I think, is incredibly important for business owners, because business owners should constantly be testing, right? So I'm a business owner. I run brillmedia.co. We're an advertising agency. And as an operator of a business, we're always looking to refine the process. As an operator of media campaigns, we're always looking to get better performance. And the way we do that is by taking note of which platforms, which creative executions, which marketplaces, which times of day, which day of week, which devices work better. And as many people say, and I fully agree with this, creative is the variable between success and failure, as long as you're targeting the right people. You're giving them a relevant message. You're giving them a place to actually transact. Like, your website is good. You have a good landing page. If all that stuff is equal, the variability there is the message. So develop a lot of messages and have a testing framework to assess whether or not your creative is good or not. So to recap your question, Regina, it's at the front end, it's developing a strategy. That's the hardest part. And then once you've developed the strategy, developing a testing framework so you can understand what drives performance and what doesn't. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.